Welcome to another Sunday Q&A. I just dropped the Hellcat off at home, and yeah, I edited the Hellcat video, which will be up tomorrow. And this guy does not know how to parallel park. Look at this. What are they doing? Oh, they decided not to parallel park. But yeah, I parallel parked my big F350 in a spot in between two cars. But this guy, man, he's gonna back in that car. Yeah. So dropped the Hellcat off at home, and now it's not taking up my whole shop because that thing is a whale. And yeah, it's really nice to actually see it 100% complete. I do need to do a few little things to it. I haven't installed the sway bar yet, which I'm going to do most likely tomorrow. And I ordered a new brake switch because I have a check engine light. It won't let me use a cruise control. It won't let me go 700 horsepower. It won't let me do a bunch of stupid stuff. But it's it's a brake switch. They're bad, a bad issue. And yeah, I mean, I took the pedal out. I'm pretty sure that I overextended it, and I got one for the Magnum as well because it's showing the same exact check engine light. So yeah, we'll get both of those swapped over, not have to worry about those stupid check engine lights for the brake switch, and just kind of go from there. But I'm just really happy that I can look at that car and it's just, the bumper, the fenders, the flares, it just looks like a car. It's just pretty exciting. I mean, it's been a long time coming. I had so many setbacks with shipping companies and parts and all of that stuff. The parts coming damaged, the shipping companies losing my parts, and just stuff like that. So it's pretty exciting. Let's see. 18 people. There should be plenty of people on at home right now watching YouTube videos. What's up? What's up? I have a Magnum and I'm watching all of your videos on the swap. Thanks. Finish the VR4. So the VR4 is going to get some attention. I did prime. Actually, I didn't do a video of it because I just primed the door again, the final prime on it. But yeah, I probably should have done a video on it, but I was like, yeah, primer, people are probably tired of that and everything. So we'll just kind of, let's see, what's up? 05 Magnum, hell yeah. If you sold the Magnum, how much would you sell it for? If I sold my Magnum how it sits, I'd want at least 20, 25 and grand, not 100. So I don't know. I kind of want to have some fun with it. I was planning on taking it to Cletus's event in Florida, but I have a feeling that that event's going to also get canceled because I was going to take the Magnum to California for the Mopar event, but they canceled that, and Cletus's event's coming up in 3 weeks, and I'm pretty sure they're canceling that, which, I mean, in my eyes, if I'm going to get sick, I'm going to get sick regardless if I go out or if I stay home. It's just one of those things. I think that a lot of people are making a bigger deal of this than it actually is. But yeah, I can't believe there's only 19 people in here, man. That's kind of disappointing. A live stream that's only 19 people, 21 people. What is going on today? But it is Sunday, isn't it? Do you have the Rona? No, I don't. I do not get sick. I haven't been sick, I think, in, I don't know, forever. It's been at least 3 years. I mean, so this year I had the flu for a whole 2 hours. So yeah, I usually don't get sick at all, but I mean, that probably goes hand in hand with me working on stuff and working on cars and kind of just like doing a lot of stuff with a lot of old stuff. It kind of gets, I'm pretty sure it builds up your immune system. And I'm always eating stuff like, I mean, I'm not, I don't know, I wouldn't say I wash my hands quite a bit, but I wouldn't say that I'm dirty, but I wouldn't say when I eat stuff, I don't always wash my hands before I eat stuff. So, I mean, if you have an immune system, I think you'll be all right. And let's see. Dave has yellow fever. Man, I wish I had some yellow fever right now. Man, I don't even no, I still remember, but man, it's like if you haven't had some yellow, you need to try it out. Let's see. Would you ever want to do another swap with a subscriber? Depends on what kind of swap it is and where the subscriber's at. I mean, it's one of those things. If I go help a subscriber out, which I really don't mind doing, they have to have all the parts. It's just one of those things, man. These girls are pretty excited to see each other. They're like in the middle of the street hugging. Jeez. So yeah, I wouldn't mind actually helping a subscriber out or anything like that. It's just one, you would have to have all the parts ready there, ready to go. And yeah, you'd pretty much, I mean, have to have a place to stay, because I could sleep on people's couch, but I mean, I don't want to have to rent a hotel or anything like that. So I don't know. Email me, show me what you got, and just kind of go from there. But it's one of those things. I was almost planning on doing, so I was looking at a few vehicles, but I'm kind of sketched out going anywhere right now. Well, especially flying somewhere. So I wanted to fly to get this Jaguar, and it doesn't say if it runs or drives. It looks like it's been sitting for probably 20 years, like the FC. It looks just like the FC. It's like faded red, but I'd have to drive it from California to Colorado, and they're like talking about all kinds of crazy stuff right now. So I don't want to have to fly out there, fix this car, and not be able to get back to Colorado, especially if I'm flying out there and I can't bring any of my guns with me. So yeah, I don't know. Let's see. How's the sale of the Mustang going? Demand high. I've had a lot of requests for the Charger and the Mustang, but that's just what it is. It's requests. People ask me what I want for it. They ask me, the VIN number and stuff like that. I provide their information, and that's about it. I mean, it's just one of those things. Actually, Haggerty had a very similar Mustang on what was it? It was like, because I get a Haggerty email every month, and it kind of goes through like rare cars and stuff like that. And it was like a barn find Mustang, and it was completely, it was the same color, but it was all just like been sitting forever. Very, it had dings, and it had like the quarter panel issues. But they're like, is this car worth $80,000 as it sits? So I really think that Mustang, how it sits, 45,000 isn't, I mean, that's a lot of money, but for what the car is, and that's matching numbers and low miles and stuff like that, I really don't think that it's that expensive. I really don't want it sitting around, because I'm not very into Mustangs, and especially I already have so many cars. I don't want to have it sitting outside. And what's going on, Dave? Not much. Just about to upload a video. Came down to the coffee shop. I think they're open. Maybe I should. It looks like they have neon lights going on in there. So hopefully they're open. It seems like a lot of stuff down here is closed down, which is pretty surprising. The bar's open, and I think the coffee shop's open, but usually all these shops are open, and they're all closed right now. So you need to do live during the week. I feel like a live stream during the week. I do them the same time, or not the same time, but the same day every week. So yeah, I don't know. Bro, no toilet paper around. I just don't understand the whole toilet paper thing and hand sanitizer. It's like, how much toilet paper do these people expect to go through? They all the people that are buying all the toilet paper are the same people that are like anti-gun and don't have any guns. And then like, if anything ever came to an end, like it's cool that they bought supplies for everybody because they're not going to live very long at the end, but it's just funny. I don't know, like I use like a 36 pack of toilet paper, maybe probably a year and a half. I mean, how much toilet paper do you use? I mean, how many times do you have to like go to the bathroom a day? Shit. I like don't understand it. So it's Sunday in Maine. I was hoping it's Sunday today. Let's see. No one is online because the coronavirus. I think more people would be online because they're stuck at home. And yeah, this stupid thing has so many events being canceled. I just don't understand it. What's up from the 808? Where's 808 at? Dave, you're always sick to me. You've been live at different time, live different time makes it hard to catch. YouTube should kind of give a notification when I'm going live. And I mean, usually it's around 5 o'clock. It's more consistent when my grandma's not here, and she just left yesterday, so it's a lot easier because when she's here, we always go out to dinner on Sunday, so it's kind of hard to do an earlier live stream, which now she's not here, so I'm able to upload my video after I do my live stream, which I can actually do it earlier, which is a time that we will be going to eat dinner because she eats dinner at like 4 o'clock. So, and I don't eat dinner usually till like 8 or 9. It's just a weird scheduling conflict thing. So we should be back on track with the live streams and the videos. Hopefully, I guess we'll see what happens this week and just kind of go from there. The flu killed more Americans in 6 months than the coronavirus has so far. I mean, it is a virus and it does have to be able to spread and everything. But that being said, I feel like it's just going to get the same people, the same demographic the flu is going to get, the people that are older and already like in not very good health. So, I mean, what do you expect if you're like already sick and then you get another sickness? I mean, it's just like, what do you expect? Like me, I haven't changed anything. I still go do stuff. I mean, I don't know. If I get sick, I get sick. If I die, I die. I mean, you can't live your life in fear. It's just one of those things. I mean, you could just like stay inside and buy like a shit ton of groceries. Like I saw this lady, I went to Walmart. The lines were crazy. It looked like Black Friday, but everybody was buying groceries. And I had a tea and a candy bar. I checked out in the automotive. There's nobody back there. And I just was like looking at these people just like, what are you doing? Why are you buying all this stuff? If you don't have enough food, like, what does it matter? Let's see. Let's see the sopping sheep. It would be a Magnum, and let's do a Hellcat swap. So, I mean, that'd be cool if you had all the stuff. It just, I mean, it's a lot of work. You need a lift. It just kind of depends on, and you have to have the whole, the whole parts car. So, Mellow Yellow, happy Sunday. I live in California, but could go to you. Oh, I mean, I don't know. It'd kind of be better, just a change of scenery. I was thinking on the way back, well, either if I flew out to get a car and drove it back, it'd be cool to like kind of hang out with some subscribers on the way. Or if I go to Cletus and Cars, when I come back, it'd be cool to hang out with some subscribers on the way. Like maybe in some larger cities, stuff like that. So we'll see. I may end up going to Seattle, which is kind of crazy because if I do, it's going to be like Wednesday. So I plan on bringing some things of diesel with me just in case, but I may have a Trackhawk. So we'll just kind of play it by ear, and I'm going to do something pretty crazy with it. hopefully it runs. It's pretty wrecked. It's kind of wrecked a lot. So I guess we'll kind of see what happens with it, if I can get it to run and stuff like that. But I want to do something really crazy with it, and I think it's gonna be pretty insane because I haven't seen anybody do anything like that with a Trackhawk yet, especially because they're so expensive, and cut one up is, most people aren't going to do. So um, yellow, you say? Asians are life. I mean, man, I mean, most Asian girls are pretty hot. I mean, there's ugly ones, but I mean, for the most part, I mean, all the ones I've gone out with have been pretty hot. They don't look hot when they're wearing clothes. Like, it depends on how they're dressed, but my ex-girlfriend, I mean, she could like look like the most basic girl, but I mean, man, she was like banging. But I don't know. Let's see. Hello, Dave. What's up, Robert? Hawaii. Hello from New Zealand. What's up? Hey, Dave from Scotland. Have you found any salvage for your Magnum project? I was bidding on a Charger, and it's weird because I think I said this in the last live stream, but I had some weird conflicting issues with the auction. I think they had some issues with their bidding software or something like that. But I was bidding on this other auction, this other Charger. It was a Scat Pack. It looked like they ran over like a parking block or something. So it like it like messed up the front bumper, messed up the rear bumper, and stuff. But it had like a minimum bid. So I bid, I think it was like 13,000 I bid on. It was a 2019. And then they came back and they wanted like 18 grand for it. And I was like, why don't you put $18,000 as the minimum bid if that's what you want for it? So one other thing I found out, so I'm pretty sure you're not even supposed to know this, but I called an insurance company that they had a car that I wanted, and I was just kind of curious if I could kind of buy it from them or what they'd take, because it was actually that Charger. So I was trying to figure out what was the least they'd take, because they came back with 18,000. It was kind of high. So I was like, I called them, and they told me that they just give the cars to the auction, and the auction just cuts them a check afterward, but they really don't even care what they get for the car. They have already wrote them off. And the auction's just like literally making these prices up out of nowhere. And when they hit you back with like they did to me, like $18,000, it's just like a lie. They just literally, how do you say it? They kind of just want more money out of it. And I think they're just doing that so they make more money, and who knows what they're actually giving back to the insurance company. So it's just kind of interesting that the insurance company was like, yeah, we just give them the cars, and then they just send us a check for, whatever they get for it. They're like, we've already written the cars off, and we don't care. Obviously they want probably the most they can get out of the car, but I was like, yeah, I met the minimum bid. I was like, it was just kind of weird that they hit me back at 18,000. So he was like, yeah, they probably should have just took the 13,000, but at the same time, who knows what's going on with the auction and stuff like that. I'm sure there's sketchy stuff going on, or shady stuff, something like that, but who knows? Let's see. Preppers say you can use the outermost piece of cabbage. Homemade coleslaw. Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is, all these people that are buying all the food too, all like everybody that bought all the toilet paper, everybody that bought all that stuff, um, they were the people that were just like, they watched like the Doomsday Prepper show, and they're just like, yeah, look at these idiots buying all this stuff, all this extra stuff that they don't need, and blah blah blah. I mean, I heard like I think it was one of my ex-girlfriends. Her mom was just going on and on about all this stuff because it was like on TV one day and she watched it with us, and like she's like, "Oh, these people are stupid." But I bet money that she went and she bought like 20 carts of food like all these other people. So um I don't know, it's just kind of funny that Kentucky stores are out of stock, most items, and limiting what can be purchased. I mean, I understand them limiting stuff because people are just buying stuff they don't need. I think people are like stocking up for life on toilet paper. So I don't know. Hello from Jamaica. I kind of wonder what it's like in actually like in other countries. I mean, I do have some people on here from other countries. So I just kind of wonder if they're actually as, crazy over there, if they're like the same kind of people. What's a track hawk? It's just like a Grand Cherokee, but it has a Hellcat engine in it. Hey Dave from North Idaho, what is going on? Yeah, not much, but yeah, I don't know. I just think the whole ordeal is kind of comical, just because just how people are reacting to it. It's just kind of funny. I almost wanted to do a video because I have the paint suit and the full face mask. Just do like a pretty like a prank video almost. But I feel like people would just kind of like go crazy if you did it, and then just like start like rioting or something. So I decided not to do it. Let's see. Finish the VR4. Crazy how newscasters cause panic. I feel like I wish like you see all those class action lawsuits. I wish somebody would just sue the news. I never watch the news. The only time I ever see the news is when my grandma watches it. And it's just like, why do you watch this crap? Like, I could save a whole like hour or two of my day not watching this BS that they're spewing out of their mouths. But yeah, the news is just a joke. And let's see. Some folks are getting crazy in Oz. Yeah, I think it's just weird. I mean, in Australia, at least you don't have as many guns. I mean, I'm not worried about the whole like flu or whatever it is, the virus. I'm worried about all the like random crazy people like going crazy. Over here, been driving my Hellcat for a couple weeks. Are you driving yours yet? So I drove mine around today. I've been driving it, but now it actually looks like a proper Hellcat. It's not just, it doesn't look like a piece of crap driving around that kind of looks shiny but didn't have a front end on it. So yeah, I really like it's a lot quieter. You don't hear the supercharger as much with the hood on it and stuff. You still can hear it, but it's not as noticeable. Man, they're closing this bar down. What the hell? I hope they don't close the thing because I need to use their internet. What is going on here? Let's see. This morning, that shopping was brisk. No KX scenes like the viral videos fueled by the media. Yeah. What happened? How come you're working on projects? I'm tired of all this Q&A scrap. I mean, I do a Q&A every Sunday, so I mean, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Watch the videos when I post them. I don't know what else to say. Let's see. We have 8 confirmed cases in Jamaica. I feel like everywhere they're like, we have 8 cases, and then the news just like in your country just says a bunch of stuff about other countries. But I don't know. It's just one of those things. I guess we'll find out like in a couple weeks. What I think is actually going on is, I mean, who knows if it's true or not. Watch, this person just ran my truck. But I feel that the companies and stuff like that were tired of all these people that everybody could work. A large majority of the people working right now at offices and have paid salary or professional employees, stuff like that, they can work from home, which technically would cut down on commuting and would cut down on emissions, and the environment would be cleaner and all this BS. And it just makes sense that they'd just be like, yeah, we'll just kind of set this thing out, see what it does, and then everybody will be afraid. They'll all work from home, and then we won't have to, do so much maintenance and stuff like that, because there won't be, if you cut traffic down by like 25 or 50%, I mean, that's huge, especially in LA. If you cut 25% of the cars down in LA, which I bet 50% of the cars that are commuting every day could just be, people working from home, and then they would be commuting all at 8 in the morning, coming back all at 4 p.m. I mean, that's a lot of congestion cleaned up and stuff like that. Stuff like this, it's just too similar. There's somebody told me that there's a book that follows the same thing, like word by word. And then there's also a movie. I forgot. I think it's called Contagion. It's the exact same thing. It was like a bat that made a disease, and then the people ate that stuff, and then they like spread out, and it like became this big thing. Who knows what's going on? But I just kind of like to speculate. It's kind of fun to think of what could be going on, because you never know what's going on behind closed doors, especially with like the super rich. I mean, controlling everything. I mean, they could just say whatever they want. So I don't know what people think of that, but I mean, there's no more hand sanitizer. Get a pit bike. I want to see, like, what the hell? Buddy of mine did minor bolt-ons to the Hellcat and got a 10.4 in the quarter. These cars are nuts. He used slicks. Yeah, I was thinking about getting some slicks. Fuel prices are now low. Fuel prices should have been low for forever. I mean, when I first started driving, I can remember getting gas and it was like $1.50 or something like that. And then I drove for like a year, and then it went to like $2.50, and then $3, and then $4. And it's just like, and then the price per barrel never really fluctuated that much. So it's just one of those things. I think the stock market and financial circuit is collapsing. I could see that. It's just, so before the coronavirus actually hit, my old boss, so he had a friend that also worked at Cummins, but the guy that he knew that worked at Cummins as well was in the financial part of it. And I guess, like, I don't know, it was probably like 3 months ago, Cummins laid off a bunch of people, including him. Like, I think, like he said, like 2,000 or 4,000 people. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it almost makes sense that it's bumping up all these companies that produce food and goods like toilet paper and stuff like that, and supplies, because they're just selling out of stuff. I mean, it's just crazy how much people are buying, and it just I mean, the stock market has to rebound, because there's just so much money going out, because there's when people are afraid of something, or they think they're not going to be able to get any more of it, they don't even care about how much money they're spending. They just kind of like lose their sense of, their sense of, like, I don't know what you call it, but um, yeah, they just will spend as much money as they want. They'll be like, if there's no gas and they needed gas, they'd be like, oh yeah, I'll give you, $400 a gallon because I need gas. But it's just one of those things. There are two cases, South Idaho. Meme of 2020. I mean, I highly doubt that all the stores. I mean, I'm sure have the stores run out of toilet paper. I mean, I'm sure they have, but they're still stocking it every day. So it's just, are they going to order a whole semi full of toilet paper? No. So they're just literally probably ordering exactly what they normally would order, because eventually all these people are going to stop buying all this crap. So Finnish people are hoarding stuff as well. You should be on 90 finance. What is that? Finnish wood market just bumped up when people are buying. I thought all the toilet paper was made in the United States. I thought that was like one of our good exports. It's called rationality, Dave. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, literally, out of all the cases, does anybody that I know somebody that has the coronavirus? And I mean, nobody I know has it. I mean, I know nurses at the hospital, and they're like, yeah, we don't know anybody. Like, it's just kind of strange. I mean, until I know somebody, or until I get sick, I mean, I don't care. I mean, it's not about like zombies are walking around. I mean, it's just, you and Trevor should bring both the Hellcat and Mustang to the Freedom Factory. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know. I just feel like the event's gonna get canceled and nothing's gonna happen, which kind of is gonna suck. So, supermarkets sold out of ground beef. People are freezing it. I I literally, so when I got my tea and my candy bar, I walked around and just like looked at all the food and everything, all the aisles, just to see like how much stuff was gone. And I mean, they're decimated. But the funny thing is, everybody bought all of the frozen stuff. They're buying all the stuff and freezing it. Well, what happens when the power goes out? I mean, if people start getting sick and then the power plant is ran by people. If enough people die from the virus and the power plant closes, or if nobody's there to run the power plant and it just stops running, your fridge isn't going to work. I just don't understand like the people's thought process. So, I mean, it's cool to have all that stuff if your fridge is working, but at the end of the day, I mean, your fridge and your freezer have to have electricity, and a generator. I mean, you'd be using a lot of diesel a day to power a generator just to have your fridge and freezer cold. So coal to China is a major export. They don't have EPA rules. So I just never understood the whole EPA thing. They're so against coal because coal is actually, we've been burning coal forever. Coal is really, really clean burning. We've pretty much perfected burning coal. So I I think it's like the cleanest thing we have to burn, other than, I mean, nuclear. But at the same time, you have to dispose of the nuclear waste and stuff like that. So technically, coal is the cleanest thing that we have that we can make electricity and power and stuff like that from. So what's up from Cali, Dave? What's up? Update on charger. So I haven't got a charger yet. I had some issues with the auction, so I am bidding on some other chargers. Hopefully I get one. It's just one of those things. Just bidding on stuff is always a pain. If you haven't bid on stuff, you don't know, but just be prepared to have some issues. Let's see. I'm from Dublin, Ireland. We're expecting a lockdown. I mean, if they think they're going to do a curfew here, I mean, they have another thing coming, because I'm going to still be working on my stuff. I do not care. They could try to take me to jail, but it's not happening. Let's see. Local American. So LS Fest got I think they're doing like online tickets, which seemed really stupid. Like, who's gonna pay a ticket to watch LS Fest online? I wanted to go to LS Fest, but I just, it's not like, none of the events are going to be any fun, because it's like the fun part about events is going out at the end of the night and partying with everybody. But international travelers are getting it. Thankfully, I gave up traveling after getting cancer. Used to travel extensively for work. Yeah, work travel is pretty fun, because you get like per diems and stuff like that. I'd always buy me some nice steak dinners when I had to travel for work. Oh, charger, the old charger, not the new charger. I'm getting confused. I have a lot of cars, so the charger's just sitting in the storage unit still, so it's all cleaned up and sitting, just waiting for a new owner. Germany shut down their nuclear plants. They buy it from other countries. Yeah, that's not a very good game plan. What happens when those countries are just like, yeah, we're not selling you electricity anymore? The nuclear disposal is the fluoride they put in water. I like your videos. Thanks, Damien. Like to work with you just to learn. Be tight. Mustang and 72 driver. F1 drivers are talking about e-racing because races are stopped. I mean, I just don't understand the whole, like, whatever. I mean, it's just funny. How's my grandma? So my grandma literally doesn't care about this. She was like, yeah, nothing's going to happen. She flew back to California and she's having a knee replacement, I think tomorrow. And she's just like, yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. So I was just like, all right. The news is like literally blown up. Like, don't go through the airport. My grandma's just like, yeah, I don't care. So, hello from Alberta, Canada. What's going on, Wayne? Schools are closed. I bet you, like, parents are so, like, mad about that, because what are they doing with their kids? Like, how do you go to work when a school's closed? Now you have to pay somebody to watch your kid. It's just kind of funny. I mean, and then a lot of people aren't working. I just don't understand the whole thing. I mean, eventually all these places are closing and people aren't working. There's a large majority of people that work paycheck or live paycheck to paycheck once they run out of money, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, they can't buy food. They're just going to, it's just going to be a total shit show. This whole thing is just not very well thought through. So, I mean, give it a few more weeks. I mean, people won't have money. They'll start rioting and start burning shit down. So, I mean, we'll only see. In New York City, I was almost going to go to New York City to get a car too. And I was just like, nah, I'll just, if it's still there after this whole situation, I'll go. But I'm not getting stuck in New York City. I'll tell you that. It's basically a Corona vacation. Is that vacation? Vacation? Yeah. I mean, you get 2 Coronas. Like the Magnum, heard the 300 front end fits on very nicely. Thank God Canada has free healthcare. I think that's the last thing I'd do is, I mean, if there's a bunch of sick people at the hospital, do you really want to go to the hospital to get sick? I mean, how's the Magnum doing? I'm still waiting on the headliner. The guy was like, oh yeah, it'll be done tomorrow. I got the whole it'll be done tomorrow thing when I drop the stuff off, and it's been 3 weeks now. So I'm going to go down there tomorrow and be like, dude, where's my headliner at? I need this stuff so I can put my shit back together, and hopefully I can get it, put the headliner in, put all the trim and stuff into the Magnum. I mean, I've been waiting to do the whole video, but I haven't had the stuff. But I think I'm going to end the video here so I can upload my video, the live stream here, so I can upload my video. Thanks for watching the channel. Thanks for watching the live stream, and I'll have a Hellcat video out tomorrow. See you guys later.